Hi everyone, I'm Wambui and welcome to your prenatal yoga sequence. I've designed what I hope will be a short and sweet, gentle yoga practice suitable for all women at any stage in their pregnancy. It's also suitable if you're pregnant and new to yoga, and also if you are not pregnant and wish to start yoga. So I hope you'll find something in it for you. Enjoy your practice and welcome. So join me in this hero pose. If you have a bolster or even a block or a book or anything to keep yourself propped up, this will be more comfortable for you. And we'll start with a short meditation. So you can have your hands gently on your knees here. Close the eyes. And begin to take some breaths. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Relax the shoulders down. And we just take a few moments to connect with the breath before we start moving. Try to keep the breath as soft as you can, as easeful as you can. It doesn't have to be particularly deep or long. Just begin to breathe with a sense of ease and relaxation and comfort. And now you can move your hands to your bump, connect with your baby. And if those who are practicing with me that are not pregnant, you can anyway connect with somebody else's bump, maybe a loved one or a close friend, a spouse. Or if there's somebody you know who is wishing to get pregnant, trying to get pregnant, you can inhale peace and exhale, send love to that person. And if you are carrying a baby, you can inhale peace and exhale, send love to your baby. And you can slowly bring one hand further down your belly and bring one hand up to your heart and continue inhaling a sense of peace and gratitude. And exhaling a sense of love. We'll take 2 more rounds here of an inhale and an exhale. And you can slowly bring your hands down to the knees and gently open the eyes. So now we can start to move, and I focused the sequence primarily on 3 aspects. The first is opening the shoulders and the chest and the upper back, strengthening the legs, and working on side twisting and stretching. And this is based on my own practice. This is now my 2nd pregnancy, and it's based on what I found really works for me and helps me manage and enjoy my pregnant body. So we're going to start still in our hero pose on our bolster, and we're going to inhale the arms up and exhale, twist to the right, bring the left hand onto the knee. The right hand can be on the floor behind you or the bolster, wherever you find comfort and ease. Breathe a few times here. And on your next inhalation, bring the arms up. And exhale, let's take the second side. You can close the eyes if you wish, keeping a sense of peace. One more inhalation and exhalation here. And inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, bring the hands down. And if you have a scarf or a t-shirt or something handy, you could also use a yoga strap or belt, whatever you have around the house. Go ahead and get that now. And take hold about the width of your shoulders here. We're going to inhale, take the scarf up, bend the left arm, and go ahead and take hold of the scarf behind the back. So you're now feeling a nice stretch in the arms. And you can take the head up and just cradle the head on the left arm here. Breathing a sense of space, release in the shoulders and upper chest, the chest. One more inhalation and exhalation here. And on the next inhalation, release, coming back up. And exhale, take the second side. Cradle the head into the arm and look up. One more inhalation and exhalation. And inhale, take the arms back up. Exhale, release the scarf down. And you can put your prop off to the side. Next, we're going to work on the wrists. I find, especially now that I'm starting my 3rd and final trimester, my joints start to take a little bit more pressure, so we can do something to relieve the wrist joints here. So you're going to bring the hands in front, come onto the knees here in a tabletop position. You can just give yourself a little space here And we're going to take the fingers facing each other, so we're on the backs of our hands here. And this can feel quite extreme for some, so you can keep a gentle ball here if you wish. And then if you want to take it a little further, you can make a smaller ball here with your hands. And so just feel the stretch here and breathe. And if you wish to experiment with different angles, you can bend the elbows, just moving gently and mindfully, trying to find release here, not adding any strain. Good, and let's just do one more if you're with me here. And now let's take a little stretch for the wrists here, bring them to face you. And if this is enough, stay here. Otherwise, you can take a little bend in the elbows. Breathe. And always come out of a stretch if it's not serving you. Okay, and we can come back to the bolster and just take a few wrist circles here, shaking out the wrists a little. So now we'll move back to our hands and knees here, and with the spine in a neutral position, we'll call this our tabletop. So we'll move through a few rounds to wake up the spine of cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, just gently dip the belly down, lifting the head up. And exhale, reverse that position, round the upper back here, chin towards the chest. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Try to keep the abdomen relaxed here. Inhale, we have a nice hammock for your baby here. And exhale. And come back to your neutral tabletop. We're going to now turn to look at the left heel here, getting a side twist, inhaling. And exhaling, second side, look towards the right heel. Inhale, left. Exhale. One more round. Inhale. And exhale. And come back to your neutral tabletop. Now we're going to combine both the cat and the cow and the side twists here to create some circles. So just follow me. Inhale, come into your cow position here. Exhale, look to the right heel. Inhale, round the back. And exhale, look to the left. And back to our tabletop. Let's take that again. Inhale, lifting the head up. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, rounding. And exhale, left side. Back to your tabletop one more time. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, round, keeping the movements as small and as gentle as you would like. And back to our neutral starting point. Now we're going to reverse that, and we'll go to the left side now first. But first we begin with this. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale. Inhale, rounding the upper back. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, let's now move directly to the back bend here. Exhale. Inhale, rounding. And exhale. Last one, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, you can sit back down. And relax for a moment. So now we'll move through a few rounds of a modified Sun Salutation with a few goodies in the middle to open the shoulders and target the areas of the body that I've designed for this sequence. So come to stand. If you are having a good sized belly like I am, you'll need to have the feet open quite wide to accommodate for the size of the belly when we go down. So come to stand at the top of the mat, and we're going to inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, gently bend forward. You can keep a little bend to the knees as you need. Inhale, lift the head up, and exhale, step the left leg back, bring the knee down to the floor. Inhale, take the right knee to meet the left. And here we are in our tabletop position. So I'll give you the first option of the upward down dog transition. You can inhale, keep the arms straight, and just gently come to your upward facing dog, a modified version of it. And then exhale, come through your tabletop, lift into your downward facing dog. And you can have the feet as wide as you need to accommodate for your belly. Breathe. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you're going to inhale, come to your tabletop position here. Now you can take the left leg back behind you and take the right arm up here. If this is enough for you, stay here for 5 breaths with the left foot on the floor. Otherwise, if you wish, you can take it up a notch, lift the leg up and breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release everything down. Let's take the second side. So take that right leg back straight. Take the left arm up. The palm faces in towards you. Stay here if this is enough for you. Otherwise, join me. Taking that leg up. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, release everything back to your tabletop. We're going to just briefly move into your downward facing dog rather here. And now gently walk the hands back. Take a wide position. We're going to come into what you can call a skier's lunge here. So if this is enough for you, you can just keep supporting yourself with your hands on the mat. Otherwise, you can take the hands back, increase a little bit the intensity in the legs. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 options here. You can have the hands on the thighs, inhale, coming up, or You can inhale, come up directly, and exhale, hands down. So that was one version of a Sun Salutation. Let's move to the second one. Come back to the front of the mat and inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, lift the head a moment, stretch the back. Exhale, now we'll take the right leg back first. Bring the knee to the ground. Take the left. And second option for your upward down dog transition. You can take the knees back a little bit more. Go forward with the shoulders and bend the elbows. Straighten the arms again a moment. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale through tabletop, downward facing dog. And find a comfortable position. Set yourself up, giving yourself enough room as needed, and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back to the tabletop position here. So now we're in a perfect position to take Ustrasana camel pose. We're going to stand on our knees here, and we're going to inhale, raise the arms up, turn to the right, exhale, bring the hand towards the heel. Breathe here. And if it's comfortable for you, you can keep looking down at your heel or look up to your left hand and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, turn to center. Inhale again. And exhale, take the left side here, coming down onto the heel. Look towards the heel or look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, come up. Exhale, coming back down to tabletop. Moving for a moment into downward facing dog, walking the hands up. We won't stay in this skier's lunge now for this one. We'll just transition through here, inhaling and exhale. Okay, continuing on. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, head up. Exhale, step with the left. Take the right back here. And the third option now, inhale, exhale, and move directly on the next inhalation to your upward dog. And exhale, downward dog through that tabletop. Find your position, breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring the knees down. Now we'll take some lunges here. So bring the right leg to the front here. And you might need to open the foot more to the side depending on the size of your belly. We're taking a front hip flexor stretch here. So now you can come onto bring the hands onto the thighs here and breathe. Hopefully you'll feel a stretch here in the hip flexor. I certainly do. The hip flexors get quite tight during pregnancy, so we do want to take time to stretch them out. And you can always ease up by bringing the lunge a little further back. So find a comfortable position to hold. Two more breaths here. Okay. And now let's take a hamstring stretch here. So we start by taking the left leg back a little further and straightening the front leg. If you do have blocks handy or books or anything that props you up as needed, you can go ahead and use them now. Otherwise, if you don't have anything, you can just prop yourself up on your fingertips. But get creative, use what you have at home, around the house. Flex the foot. We want to activate as well the front side of the leg. One more breath here, round inhale and exhale. Put the blocks to the side. Coming back to the first position we did here. You might need to bring that back knee a little more forward. Now we'll take a high lunge here. So we straighten the left leg here. One hand at a time onto the thigh. Keep your balance as best you can. Now if this is enough for you, stay here and again feel that nice stretch for the front hip flexor. If you wish, you can incorporate a shoulder opener here. So take hold, cross the fingers, straighten the arms, and you can take the head back a bit. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly dismantle the pose the same way you came up. So bring the hands to the thighs and one at a time, hands to the floor. Take that leg back. Now we do the second side, same thing. Oops, left leg forward. I'll just go ahead and get the block back where it needs to be. So left leg forward, open the foot as much as you need. Coming onto the thigh here. And remember to control how much of a stretch you wish to give yourself. Never going beyond your comfort zone, especially during this time. Let's take 2 more rounds here. Inhale and exhale. And you can bring the hands back down. Take the right knee a little bit further back. Straighten the left. And breathe. Again, engaging the left foot, engaging the front thigh. Deep breaths here. Let's take one more round here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, and coming back. Coming back to the lunge. You can put the blocks aside. We're done with them for now. And now we take that high lunge with the optional shoulder opener. So, inhale, tuck the back foot. Use your hands, prop yourself onto the thighs. And you can stay here if this is enough for you. If your balance is a little bit compromised, go ahead and just stay up here with the back straight. If you wish to take that shoulder opener, go ahead and do so now. And we'll hold for 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly dismantle the pose, same way you came into it. And take that leg back. Back through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Back to our lunge here. And now we can take a little opening twist here. Left hand, left fingertips on the mat. Inhale, take the right up. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the right hand down and switch sides. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the left hand down and inhale. Coming up. Exhale, hands down. We'll move through our final Sun Salutation. And if you have a bolster handy, we'll need that once we get down after our downward facing dogs. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, head up. Exhale, step the right back. Take the left to meet. And I'll do the first option, keeping the arms straight. Easy upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And gently come back to the hands and the knees. Take your bolster or whatever pillows, cushions, blankets you can use and come to sit. So now the more dynamic portion of the practice is over, and we'll move to some seated postures and into some nice gentle restorative poses for you to really relax in. So let's just inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, take the left hand down. Take a gentle side twist here. The elbow does not have to touch the ground if it doesn't feel comfortable. One more inhale and exhale. And on the next inhalation, come up. And exhale, second side. You can control how deep of a twist to go into here. One more inhale and exhale. Okay, inhale coming up. And exhale, bring the hands down. So now we'll move into a squat position here. So just go ahead and change the feet position here, the leg position. And with the support of a bolster, it can feel quite comfortable. Not that you're straining too much to hold the pose. Bring the hands, palms touching at the center of the chest, and let's just breathe here a few times. Feeling an opening in the inner thighs and groin here, making space in the hips. And now we'll take a gentle open twist. So you can nestle the left shoulder on the inside of the left leg here and just use your hand as a support here. And then go ahead and place the right hand on the right knee. Look up and breathe. You can hold any of these stretches anywhere from 5 to 10 breaths. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, nestle that right shoulder. Use the hand as support and go ahead and bring the left hand to the left knee. Look up and breathe. That was 5 breaths, so on the next inhalation, come back to center. Let's just breathe here for a few rounds to reset the spine. One more round, inhale and exhale. Okay, and now we can slowly release. Now we move the bolster out the way and we come to sit down. So straighten the legs in front. We're going to bend the right knee so it's about 90 degrees out to the side, and the bottom of the foot is just touching gently the inside of the left thigh. We'll take a gentle open twist here, and I'll give you 3 options. The first option is just to twist and bring the right hand behind you. Look to the right. If you wish to go a little bit deeper, you can go ahead and take that right hand behind the back. And the third and final option can be, if you have the space, to go ahead and bring the hand onto the top of the thigh here. Two more rounds here. Inhale and exhale. And go ahead and slowly release the pose. We'll take the same thing on the left side here. Straighten out the right leg. Bend up the left. And choose your option. You can also do a combination of any of the 3. Starting with a hand on the floor behind you, breathing here. And as the body starts to respond, you can take the hand behind the back here. And if you wish, you can bring the hand onto the top of the thigh. At no moment should you feel any strain or discomfort here. So if you do, be sure to back off and go. You can do the previous 2 options, either one. Two more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, and inhale, slowly come back. Exhale, straighten the leg out. So now we'll take a reverse tabletop position here, and if you have a block handy, it's always a nice moment to get some stabilization. So if you do have a block, you can go ahead and place it on the inner thighs here, And if you don't have a block, no problem. You can of course use a book or just activate the inner thighs when we take the pose here. So we're going to try to keep the block firmly wedged, hands behind, shoulders and wrists in line, and fingers facing towards the front of the mat. Okay, so we're going to inhale, take the head back, squeeze the block and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly release, coming down. Take the block away if you were using it. And now we'll start or finish the class by doing 2 gentle restorative poses. So it is helpful if you do have access to bolsters, which I do have since I'm here at lovely Purple Valley Yoga Center in Goa. I do have access to these bolsters. If you don't, just get creative with what you do have at home. You can roll up blankets or use pillows and cushions. The important thing is to make yourself feel comfortable and supported here. So I'm going to go ahead and set myself up for a nice forward Baddha Konasana. So this is kind of the butterfly pose where the knees are bent, the soles of the feet are touching, and I have a slightly wider, more diamond shape here going on. And I'll go ahead and use the bolster for some support here. So getting creative here, leaving enough space for the belly. Also, a low coffee table works well. You can use a low coffee table and just place something soft, a pillow or something. That works very well as well. So we're going to stay here. Releasing the spine, breathing, relaxing the hands. And if you have good time, you can stay anywhere between 3 minutes to 5 minutes here. Deeply releasing and enjoying the pose. So if you do have enough time to really hold these restorative postures, what I would suggest is pausing this video, setting your timer for 3 to 5 minutes, and then go ahead and really giving yourself the time to relax into these poses. But for the purposes of today, I'll go ahead and show the next posture here. Similar, this is a reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. So I'm going to go ahead and set myself up here. And this can be your final relaxation pose, so you could stay here even longer if you have the time. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And if you are not past your third trimester mark, which is at about 30 weeks, you could also go ahead and just have a bolster under your legs and come into a nice shavasana with a back on the floor. If you're further along like I am, then I would suggest using a little height here to make it more comfortable for the belly. So find a position of maximum comfort here. Take a few deep breaths here. Close the eyes. And really give yourself time to sink into the pose. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax the muscles around your eyes and your jaw, creating a sense of ease and spaciousness in the face. Allow the breath now to flow without obstruction. And so I fully recommend you stay here for as long as you have time for. And if you do have to get up and go, you can gently bring the knees in together, move the bolster out of the way, and just gently come onto one side of the body, using your arms to prop you up. So support yourself if you're coming out of this reclined position. And definitely if you have a bigger belly, you don't want to come up, jackknife your way up, especially after a deep relaxation. So always move with compassion, move with a sense of gentleness and ease, especially at this special time of your life. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Enjoy your pregnancy and enjoy your time with your baby.